It started with whispers, then a frantic call, and moments later, Angel Reese collapsed behind closed doors. Sources say she was sobbing uncontrollably, trembling, unable to breathe, her body finally giving out under the crushing weight of weeks of pressure, betrayal, and isolation. Within minutes, medical staff were rushing her out of the Chicago Sky facility, not after a game, but after a private confrontation that pushed her over the edge. The very coach who benched her, the same coach who questioned her leadership, he was the one who found her curled up, shaking, gasping for air, and he reportedly dropped to his knees, crying, begging for forgiveness. This wasn't about basketball anymore, it was personal, and it was devastating. Insiders say Angel hadn't slept in days. She'd been hiding severe anxiety, panic attacks, and breakdowns from teammates, even from her own mother. And now, she's been hospitalized, sedated, and placed under observation. While the entire locker room reels in shock, the coach is under fire. The team is in chaos, and the WNBA scrambling to contain the fallout. But what happened behind that door? And, is Angel Reese ever coming back? Stay tuned. Just weeks ago, Angel Reese was riding high, appearing in national commercials, dominating social media, and standing proudly as one of the most talked about names in the WNBA. But behind the cameras and curated Instagram posts, a silent storm was brewing, one that no one, not even her teammates, saw coming. After a rollercoaster rookie season, filled with scrutiny, media obsession, and constant comparisons to Caitlin Clark, Angel was expected to lead the Chicago Sky not just in scoring, but in spirit. Instead, the pressure became unbearable. Every missed shot sparked headlines. Every emotional reaction was magnified, dissected, and turned into content. And when the Chicago Sky's season began to crumble, fingers pointed directly at her. Sources close to the team say that tension inside the locker room had been building for weeks. Angel reportedly clashed with her head coach during closed-door meetings, disagreements about playing time, locker room leadership, and even her brand deals reportedly sparked fierce arguments. Multiple players, especially veterans, felt that Angel's celebrity status was becoming a distraction, and it didn't stop there. In a shocking move last week, Angel was benched for a full quarter during a nationally televised game. The team called it a rotational decision, but fans weren't buying it. Neither was Angel. Insiders say that after that game, she left the arena without speaking to anyone, not press, not teammates, not even the coaching staff. Her mother posted a cryptic message that same night. Sometimes strength isn't staying silent, it's knowing when to walk away. Fans immediately speculated that something was terribly wrong. What the public didn't know was that Angel was already showing signs of mental exhaustion, panic attacks, insomnia, extreme emotional highs and lows. She tried to keep pushing through, showing up to practice, attending media events, doing her best to keep the smile on her face. But behind that smile was a 22-year-old carrying the weight of an entire franchise, being torn apart by constant online hate, ruthless comparisons, and a coaching staff that reportedly lost faith in her. And then it happened. After a particularly tense team meeting, one where sources claim the coach publicly criticized her in front of the entire roster, Angel reportedly left the room in tears, shut herself in the locker room, and collapsed. Medical staff were called immediately. She was rushed to a nearby hospital in what insiders described as a severe emotional and physical breakdown. The coach followed the ambulance, and inside that hospital room, he begged her not just to return, but to forgive him. Now, the entire sports world is holding its breath. What triggered Angel Reese's collapse? Can she recover mentally and emotionally from this spiral? And most importantly, is her career with the Chicago Sky already over? Next up, the confrontation that no one saw coming. As Angel lay in that sterile hospital room, IVs in her arms and machines quietly monitoring her vitals, the Chicago Sky organization was thrown into chaos. Phones rang non-stop. PR teams scrambled. The front office, blindsided, had no answers, for fans demanding to know what had happened to their star. But inside those hospital walls, something even more explosive was taking place. Coach Weatherspoon, the same coach who had allegedly humiliated Angel in front of her teammates, stood by her bedside. According to a nurse who later spoke under condition of anonymity, he was visibly shaking, eyes red, holding Angel's hand and whispering the words, "I didn't mean to break you. I'm so sorry. Please come back." It was the moment that turned everything upside down. Because for weeks, the narrative inside the Sky organization had been that Angel was the problem. Too flashy. Too emotional. But now, it became clear that the system had failed her. And it wasn't just the coach. Multiple assistant coaches, team executives, and even marketing reps were accused of pressuring her to perform while ignoring clear signs of mental strain. And then the first twist hit social media. Late that night, an anonymous X account posted a leaked voicemail allegedly sent from a Sky staff member to Angel's agent. The message was cold, calculated, and brutal. She needs to grow up. This league isn't about feelings. If she can't handle the heat, maybe she doesn't belong here. The post went viral in minutes. Hashtags like #ProtectAngelReese and #WNBA accountability started trending nationwide. Suddenly, public sympathy shifted hard in Angel's favor. Fans weren't just shocked, they were furious. And then, the second twist landed even more shocking than the first. A former Chicago Sky player, who had remained silent all season, came forward with a bombshell. This isn't the first time. This team has a history of breaking down young talent. Angel isn't the problem, the culture is. With that statement, the entire Sky franchise came under fire. Reporters dug into past incidents, and disturbing patterns began to emerge. Former players described cold treatment, emotional neglect, and pressure to play through mental exhaustion. The whispers that had followed the franchise for years were now exploding into full-blown scandal. Meanwhile, Angel's condition remained fragile. Though conscious, she was reportedly refusing all team communication, including texts from her teammates. Her mother posted another gut-wrenching update. "My daughter gave everything she had, and they treated her like a burden." Suddenly, this wasn't just about basketball. This was about trauma, power, and betrayal. And right when things couldn't get more complicated, the hospital confirmed Angel had voluntarily checked herself into a mental wellness program. The Sky were no longer asking if she'd return. They were asking if she'd ever wear their jersey again. Next up, the backlash explodes and the WNBA is forced to respond, as word of Angel Reese's hospitalization spread. The entire basketball world spiraled into a storm of confusion, grief, and rage. Chicago Sky's front office released a bland, sanitized statement. "We are aware Angel is receiving medical care. We support her health and privacy." But fans weren't buying it. Behind the scenes, the truth was far darker than anyone expected. Multiple sources close to the team began leaking unsettling details. One insider claimed Angel had suffered a panic attack after a heated, closed-door meeting with coaching staff just 48 hours before she collapsed. Another reported that Angel had been showing signs of extreme emotional fatigue for weeks, crying during film sessions, isolating herself in the locker room, and even refusing to attend team dinners. But no one helped. No one stopped it. Because in the Sky's inner circle, winning had become more important than wellness. And then, the most disturbing revelation of all emerged. In a shocking expose dropped by a WNBA-focused sports blog with deep connections to the league, screenshots from a private group chat between Chicago Sky staffers were leaked. The messages were filled with cruel sarcasm and dismissal about Angel's struggles. "She's just another social media star with a victim complex. She should have stayed on Instagram if she wanted attention. Mental health. More like media health." The screenshots ignited a firestorm. Within hours, mainstream outlets picked up the story. ESPN, Bleacher Report, and The Shade Room all posted about the leak. Fans and athletes alike exploded with fury. Tweets poured in from WNBA legends, NBA stars, and even celebrities outside of sports. LeBron James posted, "I don't care what jersey she wears. No athlete deserves to be broken like this. Do better, Sky." Even Michelle Obama weighed in. Mental health must be respected at every level, especially when it comes to young black women in professional sports. But that wasn't all. In a moment that stunned even insiders, the WNBA Players Association announced an emergency inquiry into the Sky's organizational culture. Within 48 hours, 2 assistant coaches were placed on indefinite leave, and team president Nadia Raines was forced to issue a tearful public apology. "We failed, Angel. We let pressure and pride blind us to a human being's pain. We are initiating an independent investigation, effective immediately." Meanwhile, Angel remained out of sight. Her family, fiercely protective, refused to let media near her hospital. Her mother posted one cryptic message on social media: "The mask cracked." The tears were real. And now, she's rebuilding. As the media frenzy grew, whispers of Angel never returning to the WNBA began to surface. But then, Just as things reached a boiling point, a leaked email from her management team to the league sent shockwaves. In it, a single line stood out: "We are exploring legal options and a full separation from the Chicago Sky organization." That was the moment everyone realized this wasn't just a mental health scare. This was about accountability, betrayal, and the potential collapse of an entire WNBA franchise. Up next, the world reacts and Angels fans take to the streets. The public reaction to Angel Reese's hospitalization and the toxic leaks about the Chicago Sky locker room was nothing short of seismic. From the moment the group chat screenshots hit the internet, social media erupted into a full-blown digital protest. Hashtags like #StandWithAngel, #WNBA Protect Black Women, and #FireTheSky staff began trending on X, TikTok, and Instagram within hours. TikTok was flooded with tearful videos of young black girls sharing how much Angel meant to them. One viral post showed a little girl in a Sky jersey crying as her mom said, "You're strong like Angel." But even strong girls break sometimes. Then came the fan uprisings. Dozens of protesters showed up outside Wintrust Arena in Chicago with signs reading, "Shame on Sky, mental health isn't weakness, and we love you, Angel." Security had to be tightened as tensions escalated, and the WNBA was forced to cancel several fan events planned for the following week. Even inside the league, the shockwaves were brutal. Caitlin Clark, long considered Angel's rival, posted a respectful but chilling message: "No one should be pushed this far. I'm praying for Angel. The game is bigger than stats." That single post was reshared over 6 million times, with fans praising her maturity and compassion. Shaquille O'Neal, a longtime mentor to Angel, went OFF during a live podcast taping. "If y'all think you're gonna mentally break this girl and get away with it, you picked the wrong one. This is a war now, and I'm not staying silent." WNBA legends like Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, and Simone Augustus all came forward with support, demanding structural changes to how teams handle mental wellness. Lisa posted, "Angel is not alone. We've all worn that pain behind smiles before. Enough is enough." The Chicago Sky's official Instagram became ground zero for fan fury. Every post, even unrelated ones, was flooded with thousands of comments. "Apologize to Angel. Where's the accountability? We're done supporting this team." Then came the brands. Reebok, Angel's main sponsor, quietly pulled their upcoming campaign. Insiders say they were reevaluating all partnerships pending the outcome of the investigation. Nike, Gatorade, and Beats by Dre posted public statements of support for Angel, with some even hinting they might want her to leave Chicago and start fresh elsewhere. But just when it seemed like the league might rally to protect her, a stunning new twist flipped everything upside down, one that no one could have predicted. And this time, the betrayal came from someone Angel trusted the most. Just when the entire basketball world seemed to unite behind Angel Reese, thinking the worst was over, a leaked voice note shattered any illusions of peace. Late at night, a 47-second audio recording hit the internet, posted anonymously under a burner account. In the crackly audio, a woman, reportedly a Chicago Sky assistant coach, can be heard venting during what sounds like a heated private conversation. Her voice is unmistakable. "We warned her. We told Angel she needed to calm down. She chose drama every time. Now she's crying in a hospital, and it's somehow our fault." The clip went viral in minutes. Angel's fans were stunned. This wasn't just disrespect. This was cold-blooded betrayal, coming from inside the very walls she thought were finally beginning to support her. The Sky organization went into immediate damage control. But it was too late. Insiders told sports reporters that Angel heard the clip while still in the hospital and she completely shut down. She refused visitors. She stopped speaking to the coaching staff. She even blocked several teammates' numbers. According to one nurse who asked to remain anonymous, she just stared at the ceiling for hours. She whispered, "I don't trust anyone anymore." But the real twist, her mother, Angel's mom, took to Instagram Live, this time not to cry but to warn, "Y'all played with the wrong one. My daughter may be broken right now, but when she comes back, just know, you will regret ever doubting her." She ended the live stream with one chilling sentence: "The Sky won't be her home much longer." Suddenly, everything changed. Speculation exploded that Angel was preparing to demand a trade, possibly to the Indiana Fever, or even to step away from the league entirely. Sources close to Shaq say he's personally advising her to leave Chicago immediately. Now, Fans are holding their breath, waiting for Angel's next move. Will she return stronger and make everyone pay? Or will she vanish, crushed by a betrayal too deep to recover from? Whatever happens next, one thing is clear: the Angel Reese era in Chicago may be over, but her story, it's just beginning. If you've made it this far, you already know this isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about loyalty, trust, betrayal, and resilience. Angel Reese didn't just suffer a breakdown. She was broken by the very system that promised to lift her up, and now, the world is watching. Will the Chicago Sky survive the fallout of this emotional implosion? Will their locker room ever recover after this wave of leaked audio, silent betrayal, and public collapse? Or, is this the beginning of a full-blown WNBA civil war? Here's what we want to know from you. Do you think Angel Reese should return to the Chicago Sky, or is it time for her to walk away for good? Should she finally team up with Caitlin Clark in Indiana, forming the most controversial duo in WNBA history? Or is Angel's mental health more important than any headline or court battle, and would it be stronger for her to take a break from it all? Let us know in the comments below. We're reading all of them. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next explosive chapter in this story, because believe me, there are new leaks dropping every single day. Angel's agent has gone silent. Shaquille O'Neal has been calling closed-door meetings. And another mystery insider is promising to release security footage from the locker room after the breakdown. It's about to get even darker, even messier, and even more real. So stay tuned, because if you think Angel Reese hitting the hospital was the climax of this saga, you haven't seen anything yet.